What up, guys? Hopefully it'll last a little longer than 43 seconds, this route.
That's a new all-time high for me.
The one pump chump.
They got the job done at least 3 times.
That's right. We're going to kind of hang around for a minute, just kind of let everybody, I don't know, give it a couple minutes here and let some people kind of join in. I know
We got a couple already.
yeah, looks like we do got a couple in. I'm not going to be able to see. If you guys want, man, somebody, if you're in and you can hear me, can you just chat? Just throw something in the chat so I can see if I can read it. I can see how responsive it is. Just kind of want to work some things out here while we're giving everybody a minute to jump on.
Give them the flip him off emoji if you want.
Whatever it takes. There we go. There we go. It's my son. Atta boy.
You're supposed to flip him off, I said.
No, good job, Kai. Thank you.
Gee, way to listen.
He's a real one. Good job, buddy. All right, we're still gonna let some people join in. We're at 4, man. We are very popular. I do feel like our show's getting more. We're gonna be famous by then.
Hey, how many views we got on our last one?
89.
Look at us.
89 views on our last video. We're also international, whether people want to realize it or not, but that's for another time.
Yeah, we don't hear your sob stories.
It's climbing. We're up to 5. I appreciate you keeping us up to date there, Zakiah. I can read it. Can you read it?
No.
Oh, man, he's probably going to have to get his glasses to be able to see that.
Scotty, I need to borrow your readers, bud. Of course, Donnie flips you off on this chat.
Yeah.
Instead of that chat.
Yeah, that's Donnie for you.
Yeah, Donnie and this technology. But at least he paid attention to the middle finger part.
I mean,
First time he listened to me all year.
up to 4. Okay, somebody left. What a dick.
Bad connections.
Who all we got here? Who's not afraid to say who they are? Obviously, Zakiah's in here. We're gonna get going here at 5 minutes. We'll start going with our power rankings. At 5 minutes, we'll be doing our power rankings. So stick around for that.
You got time to get your popcorn.
Feel free to drop a line in there as far as who you are, so we know who's all represented here. Say hey, whatever. Battle Busters, let's go. Hey, we'll be calling you right after this, so stick around for that too.
Dan figure it out?
Yeah, I know. I'm wondering. I figured he'd be already in the group chat or something already. He's probably arguing with Mom, but they're trying to figure out how to get in.
Probably saying, I don't know, Dan. Just
I don't know the
button.
password.
Just push the button.
5 minutes, guys. We'll start our breakdown. 5 minutes. So it's 2 minutes left. In case you're wondering, Battle Buster is going to be a guest on the show this week. So we got an interview shortly after this live airs. We're going to bring Battle Buster on. It's going to be perfect timing to bring him on the show with kind of where he's at. So I'm excited for that. Yeah. Download the GIF app for Dan. Yeah, he's
Is somebody projected on the big screen for him?
I think I might be putting him in that costume at some point. No, we're not doing the whole show live, Zakiah. We're just going to do our power ranking segment live, and then we'll go back to our regularly scheduled program. We don't want to bite off too much on this live just yet until we kind of get used to it. We got 1 minute left, guys, and then we're going to jump into our power rankings. 1 minute.
How can you read that little tiny ass print?
Dude, I mean, for some reason, I think I know why.
Probably.
But I've always had good eyesight. Matt has too. Go figure.
That's probably why.
Everybody else in the family is blind. Hey, there he is. All Johnson. That's what it looks like from back here. He's All Johnson.
All Johnson. All the time.
that should be your new name. All Johnson.
Yeah. About ready to go?
Yeah, we've got about 15 seconds here, guys, and we're going to start breaking these down. So just stick around for 1 second. We're up to 5. People keep kind of coming and going, but We're also recording this, so we were going to probably be able to add some of this into our actual broadcast this week. Just kind of wanted to come on live and try to, get our feet wet and see how this works, give everybody a little opportunity to do something different. That being said, we've hit past the 5-minute mark, so we're going to dive right in here to our power rankings. I'm going to give you a little bit of a teaser. I've pretty much flipped the script on myself and everything I've said all year that I wouldn't do. I'm going with a complete reset this week, and it's going to be pretty interesting. So I'll be interested to hear some feedback on that. But let's start with yours.
Well, just first off, how upside down the league was game-wise kind of changed everybody's thinking going forward.
Yeah, it definitely raised some concerns in some places I really wasn't expecting to see.
So I still got I know ball at 1, and it's just he's just blowing everybody away on total points scored.
I get that.
I mean, it's a night and day difference.
It is. I mean, I do get that.
I don't know. You want to go 1 for 1? Or
we'll go 1 for 1. I tell you what, my number 1. If I sit down, I hope he's made it in the room because his moment is here. But I got Big Fish in the number 1 spot on my power rankings this week. I think he's made good moves. I think he's right where he needs to be. I think he's got you this week. You guys play next week, and I think that's going to be kind of the showdown where he kind of lets the rest of the league know that he is here for real. But I actually think Dan is sitting with the best path to kind of win this thing out the rest of the way. So that's kind of where I'm at.
At the 2 spot, I got Big Fish.
Yeah.
He's scoring a lot of points, made some really good moves. You look at his roster this week; they're predicted to do well. Not just the ESPN, but when you look at the matchups, you're like, oh man, he's gonna be tough to beat this week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna keep it surprising here. I actually have the short bus driver in the number 2 spot.
You dropped Brayton?
I dropped Braden to 3. Yes, I did. But I'll touch on you real quick on why. So ahead of the trade, I still had it 2-3 with Braden and you. I do think the trade is kind of the trade to get you Justin Jefferson, to be able to pair him with Rashee Rice. I think there's pretty much almost 0 holes in your lineup the rest of the way.
I mean, there's still some dark spots, some guys that can put up some low numbers.
Yeah, but I mean, I think top to bottom right now, I think you're right there, kind of going toe to toe with all those guys. And I have a little bit less questions with yours than I do with Braden's, which does kind of bring me to the 3 spot, and that's where I have I know ball dropping from 1 to 3 this week. Braden, it's not me dogging on you, man. It's just I feel like everything that I've been talking about all season is starting to happen. You're actually starting to see it where some of these guys you've been able to lean on, you're going to have a hard time being able to put them in the lineup anymore because they're just not going to have the playing time that they've been getting.
Well, I will tell you, he did improve that lineup with the Higgins move.
Yeah.
ETN filled some voids that he had. So he did improve that lineup that he already had that was stacked.
Yeah, and I do
Not
have
to mention running back 1, receiver 1, tight end 1 makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does. And kind of talking about ETN, he's top 12 now as far as fantasy running back. So, I've kind of bragged on him all season too. He is right there. So,
and that's the running back 2 on his team. So.
Exactly. So, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. Obviously, I feel like this is going to kind of set me in position to where I think from here on out, everybody's just going to kind of be moving 1 spot here or there.
I actually have me in that 3rd spot. I know we got pretty much the same top 3, just a different order.
Yeah.
I think I've done well with that trade. Scored enough points throughout the year. Starting to separate a little bit from the other guys.
Yeah, I agree. Again, that's why I actually had you a little bit better yourself. So
moving into the next one, I'm sticking with Warden still. Now, I'm not anticipating him to win this week, but his lineup is coming back together real nice for those last 2 weeks with that big head-to-head with you. I think it's next week.
It is.
I think he's still long-term sitting pretty on that.
So I do have the Warden in the 4 spot as well. And this is a little difficult for me because I feel like my team that's in the 5 spot is right on his heels. I feel like it's going to be difficult to get a good gauge this week, given the fact that Scott's so decimated with the bye weeks and injuries. But I do have, he's struggling with the quarterback position. That's not a secret.
Mm-hmm.
And again, everybody else in the top 5 or 6 has made moves, trades late in the season that are going to be impactful in the playoffs while Scott's just sitting on his hands talking shit about everybody else's roster.
Well, Scott's not known to be a big trade guy.
Yeah, well, that's why he's also not known to win any championships either.
Moving on, I do have you in that 5-hole right now. But this next just group of 3 or 4 guys, it's about the same. I mean, it's almost 5 A, B, C, D right here because I started breaking down each team this week, looking at how they project going forward, and it's like it's just hard to separate right now.
It really is, and I'm absolutely shocked that I'm up in 5 in yours, and I'm not even sniffing 5 in mine, and that's myself. So my 5 is actually Battle Buster. I have him kind of leapfrogging a few of us guys that, again, are just sitting there and we're not making the proper moves or trades. You got guys doing some good moves, and I think he's kind of done the right things. Obviously, last week, I'm not snowblind by his big game last week, but again, it's just you just feel like it's a solidified roster, kind of, especially the starting lineup.
The thing is, though, I don't have him as high just because the hole he's in plays part of that. I mean, he probably out of this whole group right here has the hardest battle, having to win probably out or 2-1 and get some help.
Yeah.
So that's why I kept him down where I kept him.
Yeah, and I understand that. So it kind of moves us to 6, though, and that's where I landed bedtime this week. And I don't know that I'm happy with where he's at there. I don't know. I mean, that puts him in the playoffs, and I'm still not that confident that he's going to be a playoff team just yet. But I do feel like he's got the roster to do it. I think it's just playing the right way. But I can pretty much tell you there's no trades going to happen with Donnie because I'm hearing the trades that are being offered out from his camp, and it is absolutely atrocious what he thinks he's going to be getting in return for trades. So he's not going to be able to get any better because he doesn't know how to trade.
Well, I actually have Twin Bowers ahead of Donnie here. So I got Twin Bowers in the 6th and Donnie in the 7th. The big thing was, one, Jacobs going down injured, not knowing how bad that's going to be, and Drew picking up Purdy, which is a good pickup. I mean, when you're putting a guy in the lineup to score 20, or predicted to score 20, that's a great pickup this time of year. So just from those 2 moves alone, I'm moving Drew up ahead of Donnie right there.
Yeah, and it's not – I'm right there with you. I have Twin at 7 and Donnie there at bedtime at 6. I kind of battle. That's what's keeping Drew down for me. I like his roster, obviously, dude. You know I love his roster more than my own, but it's just I think he's kind of dug himself a steep hole right now, and that's why I have him kind of on the outside looking in. Go ahead and move to 8.
Moving 8, I've actually got JJ still there.
Yeah.
He did improve that running back room tremendously over the past few weeks with Judkins and Bijan. What did it cost him to do that? It's going to be interesting to see these next few weeks.
Yeah.
I only kept him ahead of Battle here just strictly because he's got the advantage right now. Not, with the wins and losses.
Yeah.
I got JJ's there.
So we're on the 8, and I also have JJ's there, and I have him. I mean, it's a pretty substantial 3 spots lower than Battle. And for me, it's not about kind of like where they're at this week. For the difference between those two is what I think what we're going to be talking about week 14. I feel like we're going to be having a more positive conversation about Battle season and more kind of maybe next year for JJ's is kind of where I'm headed.
Yeah.
And so, but that being said, again, I'm just shocked that you got me in the 5 spot because I actually have myself all the way down in the 9 hole.
Yeah, but the reason I don't have you down that low right now is strictly because you're technically still in first place in that division.
I get it.
So that has to have a little bit of weight to it.
And it does. And I mean, I see that, and I actually had to look 2 or 3 different times today. Like, does it really still have me up there? But you look at my playoff chances. Out of every team we just listed, I'm the lowest of any of those teams as far as ESPN's thinking goes.
ESPN had you down in the 40s.
Yeah,
40s.
And most everybody else is above 50%. Right. So I have a feeling I'm going to be the first team kind of like eliminated unless I can. It's going to take some kind of magic as far as I need to get 1 or 2 wins. I think I'm going to get to 7-7. I just don't know if that's enough.
Yeah, like I said, I got Battle in that 9 hole strictly because he's got the most work to do. The hardest route to get there, being 1 game behind everybody.
Yeah. So, and I get it, but I think with what we just talked about, he's 1 game behind us, but you just called Scott to lose this week, and who's he playing? Battle. That ties us
Right.
that ties them everybody up right there.
But I got a lot more going in when we get into some things later in
Yeah.
the video about battle and the chances there, and some of the tiebreakers, which he's got some nice tiebreakers over people.
Yeah.
So
and that's the other
all
thing.
he
with
does
me.
have to do is just perform and get there, and he can change some things pretty quick.
Yeah, and just like you and I were talking earlier today, that's one of the problems with me. I have to take into account when I look at my ranking. If I'm not a division winner, that's pretty much my only path to the playoffs at this point. I have no tiebreakers over anybody outside of my division.
Yeah, and that's another topic I got to bring up later.
So that's why I have myself in the 9 hole. Anyway, that's power rankings, guys. I know it's probably only a little 10-minute. It's cool. I know it's a little 10-minute little show for you guys, or 15 minutes, whatever it is, but just kind of wanted to give you guys a little something different. We'll probably expand on this a little more as we get a little more comfortable with it. But we're going to probably jump off here in just a second and kind of get back to our actual recorded show. So that's going to be a special one for you.
Yeah, the overall goal is to do the whole show live and just have a good time with it, kind of get more to a podcast style of a show. That way when guys are coming in, calling in, we've got more options on how to get people onto the show. Exactly.
I appreciate you guys for being active here. Zakiah, I appreciate you being here and actually speaking up in the group chat there. And is Zakiah dropping actual breaking news in our fantasy or our
Russell
group
Wilson
chat?
retire?
Daniel Jones got injured in practice, Zakiah says. So
is that breaking news?
That's breaking news from my son. So we'll see. But interesting about that though, Zakiah, whoever's got Daniel Jones also has.
It don't matter. He's not involved.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's got Drake May too. So May just made his decision a little bit easier this week because he likes to play Daniel Jones. Anyway, all right, guys, appreciate it. We'll see you next time. See you in the funny pages.
What do you think? I think we just